Good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a great Easter. It is Monday, the 21st, the day after Easter, and this is our last day of spring break. So I get to stay in bed a little bit longer, which is awesome. It's about 5:30 in the morning here in New Jersey. I did end up actually getting up early with Steve. Oh, excuse me, guys. A little bit of postnatal drip from allergies. Yeah, so I did get up early. I got up at 4:15 with Steve because when he stays over, he likes to leave by like 5:15, so he makes it home in time to work and gets himself settled. So that's why I'm actually even up this early, but it's nice that I don't have to run around, the normal school day hustle and bustle. So I've got one more day of a break from that, and I know my days of doing that, they're somewhat limited as my daughter graduates from high school this year, and then my son's a sophomore, so I've got 2 more years left. Boy, that went fast. I could talk about that for a bit, but I'm not going to do that today. So, I just wanted to know, how are you mamas feeling about yesterday being the last major holiday for a while? And don't get me wrong, like Easter is kind of like a chill kind of vibe, at least here. I mean, there's always a nice meal, and, we do the dyeing of the eggs, and I do the traditional Italian dishes like Easter bread, and I do pizza gana, things like that. But it's not anything compared to, say, like Christmas or Thanksgiving cooking wise. Like I usually make a spiral sliced ham or, a half of a ham, whether it be sliced or not, and that's what I did. And it's a pretty easygoing meal, really. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of pressure. It was only four of us, well, five of us for dinner last night, so that's not that bad. Yeah, so it's still a holiday. There's still, some domestic pressures that come along with it, but it's nowhere near, Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything like that. I mean, with summer coming up, like there's always barbecues and stuff, but I don't tend to really do a lot of that anymore. I'll still like for holidays make well, not even just for holidays. I'll still, do like my pasta salad, potato salad, coleslaw, things like that, but it's not nearly as stressful as the other holidays are. It's kind of rolling into like a carefree kind of time of year. And I think that's part of the reason that people like it so much. Like it is nice when the weather is warmer, but me, I do not like extreme heat. And here in New Jersey, like I'm sure in other parts of the country too, like the humidity has been off the charts the past couple of years, and it just gets unbearably hot. So I kind of like it the way that it is now, like in the 50s and the 60s with very low humidity. I mean, I cannot stand when it's hot. And part of that is my age and the part of life that I'm going through. So, yeah, just some random thoughts. Like, now I almost feel like I can just go, and so I just did because I'll always have and will always have, as homemakers and caregivers, like tasks that have to be done, maintenance on our home, maintenance on our cars, things that we have to take care of for the people that we love in our lives and for ourselves. But, I just feel like it's a little bit more relaxed now, even with like my spring cleaning, like I feel like the holidays put like this pressure on us to get certain things done. And, well, I don't really feel like that I have to rush through it like I do in the fall. So that's just, like I said, my random thoughts for the day. I was thinking as I was talking about that, You know how I like to make these videos when I'm just sitting up in bed, actually on my heating pad. Um, just, I don't know. I would call them, like, I would call them bed chats or something like that. But if I did, then, I'm going to get all the wrong kind of subscribers. I don't want to do that. Just a funny thought. Yeah, that was another problem that I had yesterday. Since I've got problems with my lower back, and with my neck as well, sometimes what happens when I get tired, I don't get to rest enough. Like, you know, my hands will go a little bit numb. Like, I always have a little bit of numbness in my right hand. Um, yeah, my hands will go numb and I'll drop things. Or my feet were killing me yesterday, but my lower back was just so inflamed that, like, everything seemed like it took so much effort. But today is a rest day, and I am going to do as little as possible. I might take Matt to the gym. I'll probably have to do that. I'm not gonna do Icy or DoorDash today. I just need to take a day to rest and decompress. And, well, you guys know what that means for us homemakers. There never really is a complete day of rest, right? There's always something, but, I'm going to try to put my feet up for the most part today, maybe even soak them in some Epsom salt and lay on my heating pad and just kind of take the day as it comes. I've got plenty of leftovers for the next couple of days. I need some creative ideas on what to do with my ham hock. So I hate to throw anything out, you guys know that. But my family is not a big fan of, say, like a 15 bean ham soup or like a split pea. I like both of them, especially the 15 bean soup. I mean, that was delicious the last couple times I made it. But, I just don't want to make it and then be stuck with it. So, yeah. So I'm just looking for some new ideas. Anywho, I have a food pantry haul video. Well, I don't like to call them hauls, as you know. Food pantry blessing video from Saturday morning that I need to edit, and you'll see that soon. And I'll share some pictures from our Easter. Like I said, it was very relaxed, very laid back for most of the day. It was just me and Steve. My sister likes to rest until probably like the middle of the day. That's okay. I just let her do her. And Matt came home about 6:30, and Gianna came after work. She was here by like 3:15, 3:30. So it was a nice, relaxing day. And on that note, I'm going to go and I'm going to head back to sleep. I am sending love to all of you from New Jersey. Sorry, guys, I'm so tired. I'm actually starting to fall asleep as I make this. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday and a great week. Bye-bye.